ABCs and 1, 2, 3s is a text for kindergarten or preschool that's designed to make it much easier for you to teach the children the correct sequence of movements for creating the letters. The pages are plastic coil bound to make it easier for young children to page through the book. There are some instruction pages. The letter forms are presented capital letter and lowercase letter in an alphabetical sequence. The reason for that is simple. We want to give you a tool that you can use as you work through the sequence of instruction in your reading readiness program. This tool is designed to teach the movement sequences top down, left to right, that the child needs to learn to build each of the letters. This makes it easy for you to do that physical training within whatever your reading readiness program is. So it's designed to be used to do the physical training in whatever sequence your reading readiness program demands. We use the page in a very simple fashion. We show the child where to start, which is the first stroke, and that's always green. Brown is the second stroke. Red is the third stroke, if there is a fourth stroke, as with capital E, for example. The fourth stroke is a screened red, kind of a pink color. Now you'll notice that the models are huge. That's because we need to establish this movement sequence at the gross level first. And we're going to do this by having the child touch on the start point, look at the goal, and finger trace the strokes to learn how to move through the sequence. We're going to teach the child how to make these movements as they chant action words. Number 1 in green says slant left. Number 2 in brown says slant right. Number 3 in red says slide. So we teach the child how to finger trace and say the words slant left, slant right, slide. The plastic coil binding makes it very easy for the child to fold all of the other pages behind when they go to finger trace. That way they can control the manipulation much better and begin to learn how to position their paper in writing position, whether they're going to use their left hand for the finger trace step or whether they're going to use their right hand. It's a good idea to try to teach them how to rotate the paper and keep their arm under the image area as they do this finger tracing. That way the muscle groups that will actually guide the pencil at some point or a crayon can learn how to move. Each page also provides images, a line drawing of a person to indicate the use of a capital letter for important words like names, a picture of the finger positions for the letter in American Sign Language, and then pictures to elicit the sound of the letter, at least in the initial position. On the reverse side of each teaching page, you'll find large capital letter on the top set of lines for the uppercase, and an image of the lowercase letter on the lower set of lines, lowercase. You'll notice that there are start dots on the top line and start dots placed for the lowercase letter. The idea here is not to have the child actually write in this book. This page will allow you to focus on the start point, exaggerate that start point, have the child write and say invisible letters with their pointer finger. Slant left, slant right, slide. This forces them to create an image of the letter that they would write, and it allows them to learn how to use the lines as targets for the goal-oriented movement we're trying to teach. Hook around, small down. Touch on the start point, hook around, small down. The child is going to need much more practice than writing 4 capital A's and writing this many lowercase a's. That's what practice paper's for. We don't want to use this as a consumable workbook and have the child independently draw pictures of the letters.